All right, welcome to our great debate. The proposition under consideration is the following thesis statement. The Earth is facing the 6th mass extinction, and humans are largely responsible. We have some folks here arguing in the affirmative, and they're going to provide us their evidence and arguments for why they believe that to be the case. And we have some folks arguing in the negative, that they do not believe that to be the case, and they believe it is sensationalized. We also have some undecideds. So our objective here is to persuade, and I'm going to open the floor now for anyone that would like to give us their opening statement, their opening piece of evidence, and why they believe the way they do. Any volunteers? Brandon.
One of the opening pieces of evidence would be the extinction rates are up above the normal background averages. Now, why would they be up above normal background averages if we weren't in a 6th mass extinction? Matt?
Passing it to Matt.
Yeah, thanks, fast. So you're talking about how we're losing animals so fast, species so fast, but really, we don't know how many species we still have. And we still have a bunch of unknown species we haven't even seen. So, yeah. Abu.
Well, that is correct, but most of those species are going extinct before we even discover them. So, from my evidence, states that due to massive climate change, that some of our species are starting to go extinct. Some we've even discovered.
Adding on to Abby's statement, also because if we can expect that species that we do know are going extinct as fast as species that we don't know. So that didn't make sense. Species that we don't know are going extinct as fast as species as we do know. Peyton.
Although we are losing, although animals are going extinct every day, that does not mean that we're going through a mass extinction because the averages are low and we're not having so many go away as much as a mass extinction would have.
Yeah. Maybe it's not the mass extinction, not yet, because it's happening really slowly. Because maybe kind of what Abby said, but we don't, maybe for one species we do know, there's 2 species we don't know, so maybe those 2 species are going faster extinct than the 1 species we do know.
Adding on what Jack said, so according to expert Daniel Simberloff, he said that extinction rates currently are comparable to past extinctions.
To counter Peyton's statement about the extinction rates, there is some scientists estimate that the rates are actually as much as 1,000 to 10,000 times higher than usual. And that is going to really affect the environment. And the background rate, just to give you some consideration, 1 to 5 species a year is about the average background rate. And they're saying that it could be 1,000 through 10,000 times higher. Grace.
To kind of go off what Andrew said, I have found that too on one of the websites Mr. Franklin provided. And another one that I found on one of the websites was that nearly 20,000 species of animals and plants around the globe are considered high risk for extinction. And that's not very good at all.
To specify Grace's statement, there's this thing called the Red List, and it's and all the species that are at risk for going extinct are on it. And if all the species on the Red List go extinct, then 3/4 of the Earth's species will be gone. Hurley.
This goes back to the argument that like we haven't discovered a lot of animals and they may be going extinct. Tundi Agardi, who is a marine ecologist, says that a lot of animals that they have studied are going extinct, and only about 5% of the world's oceans have been explored, and so those 95% of the oceans that have been explored could have lots of new species of animals and stuff. Kelsey?
Going back to what Peyton said, she said that animals are going extinct every day, but we're not in a mass extinction. But that's the point. Animals are going extinct every day, so that's like a lot.
Excellent contributions. I just wanted to point out real quick because I want to make sure we can hear all of your contributions. On this microphone, the little letter S there it goes down. It goes to the bottom. So I just want to make sure that we're holding it that way so we can hear what everyone has to say. Kelsey, I'll let you pick now.
Grace Mackin.
I kind of want to go back on what Grace Salmon said whenever she was talking about how there's a bunch of species dying off, and there's some are dying off and stuff. But there are if you're just talking about birds, there are 10,000 bird species around the world, and in the last 500 years, about 128 bird species have disappeared, and 1,200 bird species are currently threatened.